What's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Avo, and this is the Dynasty Bro Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 54. We back. We live in the fact. Let's go.
The sun just went down the road. Like,
Off the rip. What up, Jace? We live in the trap. Trap for real.
my bad.
What's up, nephew?
Lord.
He done just slid in. As soon as we started, he slid in.
Hey, what's good, Brodies and Bays? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 44. This is where you come for your latest NFL. This is where you come for your fantasy football needs and chop it up about the latest NFL news. Man, we've been on hiatus for a minute from football talk, and I just messed up the intro. Used to Avo doing it. I don't even think he gave a number this go around, but I am Dynasty Bro Dot here with my co-bro.
Bike. Dynasty Bro Vic, what's up, man? I'm trying not to stare straight into the it's kind of different.
You should have said we rusty, bro.
Yeah, we that too.
Man,
I'm good.
this nigga. All right, so look, it's been a while, man, and I know it's a lot going on in the world right now, but I admit I'm excited to be talking football again. What about you, Dynasty Bro Vic?
I'm excited, man. I know we took a break, to touch on some real world issues, but I feel good, man. As far as getting that out in the air, venting. So yeah, we back. So yeah.
We back
Hey,
and we
Jace.
live.
Hi, Braley.
And clearly
Y'all see how live this is.
my son and my goddaughter just kicked in the room. So. All right, that's sidebar. But all seriousness, man. Hopefully, you guys checked out our pandemic episodes. We did 2 parts. I think it was good content. It was needed, and hopefully you guys stuck with it. And you're excited to hear about some football because it's been some things happening, moving and shaking. Some good things and some bad things. So we're here to keep you guys updated. So on behalf of Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, welcome back to what you're coming here for. So, look, you know how we do it. What's the word? You feel me? Go ahead, Vic. Go ahead. Woo! Look, we fancy now. We got this camera shaking. So, look, what we gonna do is get the what's the word. That always starts with some hood TMZ by Dynasty Bro Vic. So let's get straight to it, bro. What you got for us today?
I know it's been a while. Did we tell them what we're talking about today, though?
Oh shit, man! I completely
Woo-hoo.
forgot.
I'm
Look,
gonna back up. Go ahead, bro.
hey, all right, look, he got a rookie mock. We got a rookie mock draft. We did 2 rounds, 12 teams, and we always try to speak from Superflex. That's the thing now. So, rookie mock draft, Superflex league, 24. I did my own. He did his own. So it'll be interesting to see where he took his guys. We done did some drafts together and against each other. And I'm just excited to see what he thinks about some of these prospects, man, because I still barely know. And we coach him a lot of different leagues. So,
Man,
you tired of me yet, bro?
bro, right when I said I'm done joining new leagues, I'm done co-GMing. We got the invite to the Scott Fish Bowl. Shout out to Scott Fish Bowl. Shout out to Scott.
Drop a bomb, hey,
Shout out to those guys. So we got in. I'm excited. So of course I'm a co-GM with my guy Dot.
This is the last thing we co-GMing,
Yeah.
bro. We do too
Yeah,
much
right.
clashing to be
Yeah.
co-GMing, man.
Yeah, right. I see
We do.
another one coming out of
We do.
nowhere.
I mean, I can guarantee Vic gonna join 2 more leagues before the season
Nah, I'm
starts.
chilling, man.
This nigga been on the road. All right, you want to tell the good people what division we in?
Yeah, we're in the Jenga division. So
And I got the Jenga game in the back.
yeah.
Hold up, real nigga question. So,
Oh,
what's the
man,
theme
we
of
gotta
this?
break it
What's the
down,
theme of this one?
It's toys.
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 It's all about the
Yeah.
kids. That's what it comes down to. So it's a fundraiser. It's a drive.
Oh,
So,
okay.
basically,
We're doing positive things.
Yeah, positivity. So that's what it comes down to. I can't spell that right now. But we
Trick
got
love
to
the
the-
kids.
yeah, we do love the kids. The bros love the kids. Brooke, you love the kids? See, I'll put her on the spot. All right. But yeah, we got the Jenga division. We drafted from the 112 spot.
From
so,
the 112, we coming for you next.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna take that offline. I know the strategy, the game plan. Hopefully we can make some noise. So
And we ain't asked for that pick. And we asked for that.
yeah, we did. Only reason why we asked for that pick so we can have a back to back. So I get a pick, he get a pick. That's how we got a co-GM.
Bro, our co-GM and strategies trash low key. We clash so much, it's like, nigga, we need 2 picks at once. So I can get a guy, he can get a guy. That's trash, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to my nigga Vic.
Hey, we bike. All right, man. Let's get into what's the word, man. So 3 things, man. We're gonna be in and out. Of course, a lot's been happening, but let's start with Broncos linebacker Alexander Johnson. So shout out to the check down. Saw this on Twitter. He was basically outside in his neighborhood, a typical residential neighborhood, just training. And there's a neighborhood kid in the backyard that just saw him, and he actually invited him over to come train with him. So I thought that was dope. And the kid asked him, you know, what are you doing living here? Should you be in a mansion? And Alexander's response was, I'm still grinding for that. So they got a photo right there. You can see that.
That's hard, bro.
But yeah, but
that's love.
That's love, respect.
I'm even showing Brooke the photo. But yeah, the little kid, she don't even care. But yeah, man. So shout out to Alexander motivating the kids, and I mean, how cool is that to train with a professional athlete? So that's dope.
I guarantee you that little man will remember that for the rest of his life, and he'll know he really got to grind even once you get into the league.
Yeah,
he's like, man, you should be in a mansion. Nah, bro, don't work like that.
Yeah, man. Stack them coins, man. All right, let's transition. So shout out to Bro Bible. Saw this on Twitter. Kyler Murray, he dropped 40K, 40 bands to bring 20 teammates out to Dallas. So they're out there this week, Sunday through Wednesday. Pretty much he wants to get the chemistry going, given, COVID kind of disrupted the offseason workout. So he flew some teammates out that are on offense, and pretty much they're going to get the workouts in, and then they're going to do some bowling and do some top golf. So
question.
What's up?
Why you flying out to Dallas when they out there getting COVID in Texas? Zeke just got it. I mean, why Dallas, bro?
I don't know.
I was thinking the same thing. Don't he play for Arizona?
Yeah. I don't know why. Well, actually, Kyler's from Texas, though.
I mean, I get it, but
okay.
like,
and
niggas out there getting it.
That's
Texas
true.
Right now.
That's true. They getting it everywhere. Man. Hopefully, we don't get it right here. I know we ain't social distancing right here, but we keeping our audience limited, so I'm still taking our precautions.
We keeping the audience limited.
I mean, it's been a while. Man. What is it?
Yeah, keep the audience low, man. Keeps COVID away.
We rusty, man.
Yeah, we rusty, man. We trying to get back in the groove, man. So, all right, one more thing, then we're gonna get out of here. Hey, Dallas Goedert got sucker punched, man. Did y'all see that?
I didn't see the video, man. I don't want to look at it, man.
Yeah,
I never went to go look at it.
Well, first off, shout out to Sam Stompy. We just had him on our last podcast. He actually, at least had the video, had it uploaded on Twitter, and then everybody started retweeting it. So Adam Schefter retweeted it. Shout out to Stompy, man. So he was literally just on our last episode, and Stompy was already viral from the wrestling singlets to posting videos because he's connected, he's the plug. So yeah, man, and he's the Scott Fishbowl champ. What 8? So shout out to Stompy, man. So he posted that. But whoever sucker punched Goddard, man, it was trash. But then again, I don't know what led up to that, so I'm not going to speculate too far.
Yeah, how come we never know the background stories to a lot of shit, man? It's just the only thing being told right now is he got. What if he didn't get sucker punched? What if he deserved that shit?
Oh no, he got sucker punched.
Well, what if he deserved that shit?
He might have. That's possible. But he definitely got it. He didn't see none of that coming. He was already. If anything, he had a confrontation with somebody else. Somebody else.
Video if it's like that. They said then they got to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
He did get hit hard. I mean, he even hit the ground.
He was slept. Bro.
He hit the floor.
Hey, how big was the other nigga? Do y'all know?
You gotta watch the video, but
nah, bro, don't bring it up.
No, I'm not watching. I'm just showing you the photo. It ain't nothing I really care to watch. I mean, to me, it's trash.
I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just a fight. Then I found out it was a football player.
But it was at a restaurant in South Dakota. So
at a restaurant, he wasn't even at a bar.
The nigga shouldn't have been in South Dakota, nigga. That don't even sound fun, nigga.
Yeah.
I mean,
my opinion. If you rich, nigga, you should have got sucker punched in Miami.
You know what I mean? South Beach. Laid out with a Fat Tuesday. You can't even drink on the beach, bro. I ain't going back to Miami, man.
For real?
Nah, man.
Wait, what?
You can't drink on the beach, apparently.
Because of COVID or just?
Nah, in general. I was down there probably 2-3 years ago. You can't have drinks out on the beach.
Bro, we was out there getting toe up, man.
I mean,
do what you want, bro.
Of course, people still do. Whatever, but yeah. All right, that's all I got. I don't have no flags because I was gonna give it to the dude that sucker punched him. Then I thought about it.
He probably deserved it.
Yeah, I don't have a full story, so I'm not gonna speculate. So
I ain't drafting Goddard no more.
Yeah, man, Goddard just fell down our rankings, man.
Because you can't take a punch.
You can't take a hit, bro.
You can't take a hit. Nah, we just kidding, man. Hey, hopefully, wish him a speedy recovery. I'm sure he's good.
All right, well, I don't know if we didn't discuss this being in there, but we do got an injury, bro. I think we should talk about.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about Debo, bro. What you about to do? Like you about to drop something, bro?
No, I was trying to Debo who?
Not that Debo.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to the niggas that don't watch football. That was a real sincere question.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that's just the name that I wasn't ready
Friday Debo Samuel.
That was the name. I didn't know who I was here. Okay. Why did I Dabo? That's the coach.
Sweeney.
I was like, yo, why are we about to talk about a college coach?
This nigga. Oh
Hey, Abel's here, by the way. He's just off camera.
Yeah,
So,
and with that dumbass shit he over there talking, he deserved to be off camera. Hey, look, Jones fracture in his foot.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know, but it's a nice little break. But they said he's predicted to be out 10 to 12 weeks, bro. But they said even if he's at 12, right on the dot, he can come back at the start of the season. But I don't know. You miss all the training camp and drills and workouts. Still kind of shitty. So does that mean anything for your near future, for your dynasty future? He's been banged up every year down there, bro, even in college.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Debo?
I mean, he is their number one wide receiver after George Kittle, who plays tight end.
True.
But I mean, when it comes to foot injuries, those are some things that could definitely linger and nag on throughout the season.
Yeah.
So it's something you definitely want to, because they call the timetable 10 to 12 weeks.
Yep.
They still got to kind of monitor and ease him back into it. So I don't know if that means he has to learn how to walk again. I don't know. You know what I mean? If you're in a foot cast. And
I don't think it's that deep, but he ain't going to be able to do no running or nothing. Like no time soon.
All right.
So that's one thing I thought that would transition in us talking about 49ers receivers real quick before we get to the main topic.
Okay.
So if Debo starts off struggling slow or not playing week 1, who's the number 1 receiver for the 49ers, man? Is it Brandon Ayuk?
After George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk, okay. And that leads me to the real question.
All right, I'm ready for it, man.
Good setup.
Yeah.
I'm ready
Stop
for
the
it.
music, Avo. Cut the beat. Direct head ass nigga. Hey,
let's put a bet on it.
Yeah, all right, look, bro. Who you got after Ayuk?
The guy that stepped up and made plays last year, Kendrick Bourne.
All right. I got this guy that they took pretty decent last year. Didn't really get to play any because he was hurt. 6'4", plays every damn position. Mr. Jalen Hurd. I remember watching him in the preseason, man, and I thought he was the guy that was going to break out, not Debo. Like, he was actually making plays, and I'm excited to see him thrown in there because, like I said, he plays multiple positions, little tight end. He can run like Debo out the backfield. So it'll be entertaining to see him in that Shanahan offense because he is a Swiss Army knife.
Just another shot bet?
Yeah, man. So look, total point score on the season?
Yeah.
You got Kendrick Bourne. I got Jalen Hurd. Long as there's no injury to either one of them.
Well, they got to do anything. I mean,
we
made bets.
Nigga, we turn around and we did make bets.
Yeah, Antonio Brown, you know what I mean? Yeah, Andrew Luck, I lost that bet. Antonio Brown, he went on,
All right, bet. No matter what. Total point score. Shot bet.
Yep. So I got Kendrick Bourne finishing with more fantasy points than Jalen Hurd this season.
You heard it here first.
I'm trying not to say awkward. I'm trying to say cool, but I'm getting used to this setup. I'm gonna figure it out next week.
This shit all new, man.
Yeah,
it's rough for niggas being tall.
I'm like driving with the mouse on my lap, so I'm like this, but I'm gonna figure it out. But
I'm sorry, bro.
It's cool. Hey, I'm excited, man. Talk football again, get into these rookies, man. So
all right, so look, main segment that I skipped out on. Rookie mock draft, man. And we both did our own separately, so we'll be able to talk through pick by pick, man. Like I said, 12 team, super flex, all rookies. So before we get to there, I want to say the Sun Kisses Fire, not a sponsor.
This Sierra Nevada's cool.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Yeah.
But where can they hit us up at if they want to sponsor us, bro?
Questions at DynastyBrosFF.com. I mean, that's the one-stop shop email. I mean, I might have a Netflix account tied to that too. May not.
My nigga be getting all kind of random email. I get random email notifications about random shit he doing with our questions email. I don't know what the fuck Vic doing. I don't know if he trying to get that 7-day trial for free.
Come on,
Come on, I gotta cut some shit off. I'll be forgetting, bro. I'm about to make a note, man. A reminder. Shout out to the reminder app. You got an iPhone.
All right, and that's the personal email. But where can the good people follow you at, bro? If they want to follow you.
Hey, I switched my handle, bro.
Oh my god, bro.
This guy.
Hey, he's fun, and I keep calling him Dynasty Bro Vic. I don't really know what he want me to call him at this point. All right,
I'm gonna stick with Dynasty Bro Vic.
Wait. 35 seconds. Tell him your new handle and explain why you changed it.
The new handle is Chief Sosa FF, but I still go by Dynasty Bro Vic, so you can still search by that. But
why'd you change it?
Chief Sosa just sounds cool. And FF stands for fantasy football. That's what I'm down to.
Where'd you get Chief Sosa from?
Shout out to Ivo. He put me on the Chief Key file back. Chief Sosa. So yeah, that's where that comes from, man. Yeah, back when
Ah, reason. Oh man, I was about to get hyped.
that's the motivation. But think about Chief and Sosa, and usually a Chief leads a group of people or a tribe. So
He got me fucked up.
when it comes to this fantasy football shit, that's how I feel.
Touche, my nigga. And hey, Avo, where can we follow you at, man?
You can follow me at DJAVOLXVE, DJ Avo Love.
What?
That's on the Instagram.
Spell it again.
DJAVOLXVE. And on Twitter, I'm somewhere on Twitter. Dynasty Bro Avo. I just had to think about it. My bad. I wasn't ready for the Twitter question.
Bro, you are DJ Avo Love. That's your handle. And then your name is Dynasty Bro DJ Avo. That's a lot going on, bro.
See, I'm out here. Just look up Avo. You find me somewhere.
Pick a name, bro.
Pick a name.
It's only Avo. Nobody call me nothing else. Come on, don't be putting my government out here in these streets.
Dynasty Bro on Instagram and on Twitter, and follow Dynasty Bros FF. That's the main Instagram page, and we're still finding ways to go live everywhere. So we keep on upgrading and keep trying to bring y'all some better content, better visuals. So we're gonna keep on doing that, keep going up. All right, is that it? We good?
If you're in the city, Jets Pizza.
Man, Jets, man, we should have got some Jets tonight.
Yeah, we should, but it's all good. It's been a while. But shout out to Jets if you're in the city, Indianapolis, Indiana. That's where we at. Bros FF. That's the code, right?
Yep.
Call it in. Off. 20% off all day, every day. They got specials throughout the week too. So we're working on some other stuff too. But hey, shout out to Jets.
All right. So look, let's get into this rookie mock draft, man. You got your phone, get your app together. I already got mine up, bro. I'm gonna tell you something funny. I forgot to do a 2-round draft and set it up, so my shit's still drafting low key. I'm just ignoring it. I put in my 24 manuals and then hit start like a dumbass because I didn't want to lose it. So yeah, nigga, we 13 rounds in. It's rookies I don't even know, my nigga. Damn. Shout out to JoJo Ward that just went. I don't even know that nigga.
At the 13 or 12.
Oh man. All right, so look. Who going first, man?
I'm gonna let you go first, man.
Damn. All right, bet. All right, so look. Super flex. Yeah, it's a couple good quarterbacks that came out, but I just went with my heart, man. Said, fuck it. I know which position I like the most, and we can have some real good guys that we're taking in this year's regular NFL draft. So my 101, man, I was a tie between my 101 and 102. I just went with landing spot to break the tie. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, man, running back from LSU, ended up the only running back taken in the first round, and he was handpicked by Pat Mahomes in the Andy Reid offense. Man, give me Clyde, bro. Give me the running back that they handpicked in the best offense in the NFL.
Do you see him getting run early on out the gate, or is it going to be a committee early on in transition?
Shout out to Dynasty Bro Vic, man. He's the one that keeps me heavy on depth charts. He hit me up because, we took him in a couple places and told me that he's actually already number one on the depth chart. And my thing is,
for now,
even if you wanted to get the Damian Williams play at Andy Reid, that's fine. But I feel like if you're a coach, you got to play your best player, man. And I think he clearly does. He's the best player in that backfield. So if Williams can do everything that Edwards can do, let that man play. So.
All right. My 101. Y'all see the hat, right? Y'all see what team this is?
It's the Colts.
I'm trying not to be biased, but it is what it is. I mean, going back to the combine, I said he'll be the first, or at least he should be the first running back off the board, even though he wasn't. But I think the Colts got a hell of a steal with Jonathan Taylor, running back out of Wisconsin. For me, this is a team that wants to run the damn ball. That's the motto. They got hats, they got shirts that speak to that motto. We got a great O-line. We got Big Q, who's rated like the number 4 player in the league in general. That's across offense and defense, so that speaks volume. I definitely think we're going to keep running the ball. So give me Jonathan Taylor, man. He's a elite runner that's going to run behind a great line, top 5 offensive line. So
true that, man. And I'm not going to argue nothing you said, man. Like I said, My 1 and my 2 could have went either way.
Yeah.
More 1A, 1B more than anything. So my 102 is actually Jonathan Taylor, man. I second everything you say. And like I said, the tiebreaker ended up just being the offense. So, and I actually, in my heart, I really think that Marlon Mack is okay in that offense, and he's still young. And I doubt they just shun him like they should be able to do Damian Williams in Kansas City.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, my 102 is Clyde. So echo everything you said. So keep in mind, these are, at least with these picks, these are the players we would take. Perfect draft, perfect landing spots, meaning we're up next. If this guy's there at the 101, the 102, or the 210, this is who I'm taking, and here's why. And this is who we believe will have great NFL careers. So
true.
So yeah, so if somebody don't get named, I mean, they make our top 24. Not to say they don't, they won't be a great player or a good player. So
Who gonna check me? Who gonna say something? I don't name one of your players in this top 24.
Come on, man.
Besides my mom. All right, so this is where it's probably gonna start to get different, bro.
yeah,
Look at my shit,
I'm not
man.
looking.
Hey, my 103, I'm still sticking with my guns, man. This was my favorite running back coming out of college before the draft happened. And I'm more bullish on his actual offense in the real NFL anyway. As much as I love his backup, his handcuff, I'm already speaking it. That's his backup. DeAndre Swift, man, at my 103, man.
Wow.
Give me my guy, bro. Like, running backs are hard to come by. And yeah, like I said, Superflex League, gotta love these quarterbacks. But man, I think I'm starting to just rise on these running backs. Man, I think all of them are talented enough, and they're all, for the most part, some landed in better spots, but they all landed in good spots where they're going to be able to flourish sooner than later, man. So I stuck to my guns because technically I don't know who has the clearer path out of my next favorite running back. So I just went with the guy that I was the highest on, and I'm just going to stick with that talent. So I took DeAndre Swift at the 103, bro. Fuck it.
All right. My 103, J.K. Dobbins. So, again, I know I've been in some rookie drafts and all this other stuff. This is how I would draft today. So I just want to put that out there. This could change a month from now. But give me J.K. Dobbins, Baltimore. I mean, he's landed in one of the top offenses in the league. For the future, as it relates to dynasty, he's going to be tied to Lamar Jackson. He's elite MVP quarterback. So, of course, Dobbins right now has to play behind Ingram, but I see it being a committee. So keep that in mind too, man. You do got to be patient with these prospects too. So, yeah, I mean, you might not get an initial return on your investment right away, but just be patient, think long term. It'll definitely be worth the wait. So I got J.K. Dobbins at the 103.
And like I went after your Taylor, man. I'm going to echo everything you said because my 104 is J.K. Dobbins. And like I said, I just got to the point where I just went over the talent, and I do think Swift is more talented than Dobbins, even though I do like Dobbins' landing spot a little bit more, man, playing in a dynamic offense. I don't know. Still went with the talent, though. But J.K. Dobbins is my 104, man. I love he went to an offense where they ran a similar offense in college, basically, and he went to probably the most run-heaviest team behind Lamar, who's just flourishing as the biggest star in our league, him and Pat. So give me some J.K. Dobbins, too, echoing everything you said, bro.
All right, my 104, this is a guy I've been trying to snag everywhere this offseason. It's a wide receiver. 17th pick in the first round to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yo, guy.
Mr. CeeDee Lamb. He's a big play wide receiver. I mean, I think he has a chance to be elite, especially tied to that, Dallas offense where you got Zeke and, Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup. But CeeDee, he shines in the slot. And in college, he averaged a little over 24 yards a catch. So that's a big play wide receiver. I think this season he has a chance to even be the number 2. So I definitely don't want to miss out. At least to me, he's a generational talent coming out at the wide receiver position. So at the 104, I'm always an advocate of go get your guys, man. Like, don't wait. I mean, I don't care what ADPs are saying. Go get your guys if you believe in it, especially when it comes to rookies. So CeeDee Lamb for me, 104.
All right. And we're going to go with my 105, man. This is a guy that when we sat at the combine watching the running backs, I kept on saying, bro, Cam Akers looks fire. Cam Akers is out here looking like a professional. You look for those guys that can stand out amongst all the other talented guys. And he did that for me, man. And the Rams went out their way to draft another running back, and technically they don't have enough set in stone positional spots to be taking another running back. They just took Darrell Henderson last year.
Yeah.
And I think that speaks volumes to what they think of his talent, man. Didn't want to leave him on the board. So give me some Cam Akers. I like his opportunity. And if you call this another Darrell Henderson situation, we'll have to talk it out. But I do like me some Cam Akers. Like I said, the value of running back and being able to get a number one running back that you think is talented in their offense is hard to come by. So give me some Cam Akers with my 105.
All right. Question. You think he starts right away?
I think there's a strong possibility, especially with, here's the thing, man. Darrell Henderson had a whole year last year to try to make his mark. I know Gurley was there, but I'm not even talking about as the number one back. I'm talking about as the number two back while Gurley was playing. And he never even did that, man. So I don't really know what they think of Darrell Henderson. And so I think there's a chance he can come in and actually lead it's going to be a committee while they're still figuring it out, but he can lead that committee. So I'm standing about it.
Yeah. Okay. I usually like, the running backs to hit out the gate. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Usually you don't have to take 2 or 3 seasons to get up to speed and to shine. I mean, either you stick or you're not going to stick. So, I mean, look at how Saquon and Christian came into the league. So I say all that to say Darrell Henderson, it's all cap, man. So, yeah.
And Malcolm Brown.
Yeah, Malcolm Brown, too. Are we going to do the RIP or not?
I would hate to say RIP
right.
Malcolm Brown. He come in and get 2 touchdowns week 1.
I mean, we know he is. That's just what he's going to do. But that's it.
We're going to RIP him after week 8.
All right, bet. We'll do it during the 4-minute offense.
Bet that, man.
All right, cool. All right. My 105 is DeAndre Swift. He's, again, one of the top running backs that came out this year, prospects. And to me, he slid back because of the landing spot. I definitely think he's one of the top 3 running backs in terms of talent, but the landing spot for me pushed him back since he went to Detroit. Of course, you still got Carry on there, so it's looking like a committee, but I definitely think Swift can take over that backfield, pretty quickly. And they can use some help as it relates to, like rushing and, getting, the rushing yards up. So, of course, that's an offense that likes to throw the ball, but maybe Swift can come in there and help him out, especially on like the inside zone, stuff like that, kind of like what Green Bay do. So,
and I don't care what Swift do this year. I ain't RIP and Carry on, bro. It's my nigga. All right. So look, this is where I planted my flag again, man, with just the importance of position, super flex league. And I really think you can put these guys 1A, 1B, but I'm gonna go with who I like over, the 1 year wonder. Give me Tua, man, the proven winner. Did it in Alabama, hardest conference in college. Played around. I think he helped. He had talented receivers, but I think he also helped elevate that talent, bro. So give me Tua, man. And I don't even think he's going to start right away. There's a chance he doesn't, but seeing that he's all the way back healthy is good. And give me the guy that improved himself multiple years, man, in the super flex league. It's hard to get over quarterbacks too. So I'm going to take Tua with my 106.
All right. My 106, I mean, I wanted to go get another, what I feel a generational talent coming out with a skill player. So Jerry Jeudy for me. This is another 1A, 1B situation, kind of like how you talked about, Swift and Taylor. CeeDee Lamb and Jeudy are 1A, 1B. So he landed with Denver. Of course, they got a lot of pass catchers, but to me, a lot of people shy away when you get all these weapons, but to me, that opens up, the other players. Now you get more one-on-one single coverage versus double coverage and triple coverage. So opportunities are going to be there. And they're in the AFC West. You already know the Chiefs putting up points. Raiders revamped their offense. They're going to be putting up points. Chargers, I don't want to say they're rebuilding, but
damn near, bro.
They got to figure out the QB situation. But I feel like Drew Lock is going to have to throw the ball, man. So why not get you a Jerry Jeudy? He's a plug-and-play pro-style player coming from Alabama. So, yeah, give me a Jerry Jeudy at the 106.
I love Jeudy, so I'm not going to talk about him yet until it's my time to talk about him. But like we just said, with your 1A, 1B, with your receiver, man, clearly I was leading this way. Give me Mr. Joe Burrow, man. He's put up the best offensive season in college history. stud receivers, made a stud running back, and first pick in the NFL draft. And I think he went to a team that actually has pieces where he just didn't go somewhere where he's just screwed up with the people around him. So I told you I'm skeptical a little bit, but I do think he's talented, and I really do like his situation, man. So give me some Burrow. Like I said, they can be 1A, 1B. I just took the guy who's done it multiple years, but Burrow should be a good quarterback in the NFL. Like,
all right. So now I'm at the 107. For me, the 101 through 6, those are like obvious picks and players in my opinion. Like get your skill players, whether it's a running back, if you need a running back, or if you want a wide receiver, or get the best player available. Once you get to the 107, that's where you kind of start to pause and be like, man, what do I want to do? You kind of start to get into a dilemma. So right here, this is where I took a quarterback just because it is super flex. You can play 2 QBs. So instead of, taking a shot on some other guys who definitely are, going to be nice in the league, I figured I'd get one of these quarterbacks. So for me, Tua. So that's the first quarterback for me. Reason why I'm taking Tua over Burrow is because, in my opinion, Tua's proven. I mean, he came in as a freshman, helped secure a national championship. He made a Heisman Trophy winner, transferred to Oklahoma, and Jalen Hurts. So for me, he's battle tested. He's proven. Of course, he's recovering from the hip injury, but from what I'm seeing, it's going smoothly, and they're not planning to roll him out there right away. So he's going to sit behind Ryan Fitzpatrick. So he gets to learn from a Harvard guy. But yeah, I mean, you definitely got to be patient. So if you can be patient with the quarterback, if you need a quarterback, be patient. I say get to it.
motherfucking Tua. How you pronounce his last name?
Tagovailoa.
It's been a minute, bro. I was trying to Vic
I kinda had it
Mom's
right.
names,
I
man.
do,
So
man.
fuck it.
What is it? Tua Tagovailoa?
Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah.
See you, my nigga.
Hey,
Rusty.
I'm back.
I'm biting.
That was trash. I still fucked it up.
All right, so I'm right with you on the receivers, man. I think my tiebreaker was offense and quarterback. So my number one receiver, which I'm going to take at the 108, is CeeDee Lamb, man. Just echo everything you said. I don't really need to add too much on there, but he's tied to Dak and that Cowboys offense. So I think he's going to flourish and generational talent.
Yep.
CeeDee Lamb with my 108.
All right, my 108, Joe Burrow, the number 1 draft pick this year. Hell of a season at LSU. Of course, they're going to throw the ball in Cincinnati. I do think he's going into a tough division. They play the Ravens, play the Steelers, and of course, when you play the Browns, they're just going to play you tough because y'all in the same division. So, but I definitely think Burrow has a chance to be a Pro Bowl type caliber player. So we'll see. But there's also the risk of QBs do bust. So, I mean, this is why I'm getting my QBs a little bit later, 107, 108. That's why I'm saying go get these skill players, preferably. But I do think Tua and Joe are both generational talents as well, come out at the QB position. So hopefully they don't bust.
Pause. Hey, and I'm back to back with the receivers. How you did, bro? Give me some Judy. Hey, Judy is probably the best route runner I've seen come out of college. I ain't gonna act like I done watched a lot of college tape, but hey, that man's smooth. That's all I want to say right there.
All right, my 109. Give me Cam Akers. I think he has a clear path to start. Given they only have Malcolm Brown and Darrell Henderson, and of course Todd Gurley. He walked, so he's no longer with them. So
he walked. Was that a knee joke? No.
It just kind of came out, but yeah, I think Cam Akers has a shot to really take over this backfield and get that Gurley type production. And going back to what you said at the combine, he definitely passed the eye test, and we were in there, and of course we were a little high up, but you could still see his footwork. So that speaks volumes, especially during that Deuce Staley drill. So yeah, he actually killed that drill. So he looked the best in that drill. So I'm actually excited for Cam. I got one share of Cam. I'm actually looking forward to it. So
turn up with that Cam Akers share, my nigga.
Yep.
All right, so look, and this is where we get to like you just planting your flag on your guys at this point, man. And this is a guy that I like the situation. I like the team he went to. The organization just seems to be pretty stable. and they picked a guy that they want to flourish in a role, and nothing's wrong with that, man. As long as you get a team that has a purpose with you, that's cool. Mr. Jalen Rieger is my 110, man. Even if they do want him to learn from Deshaun Jackson, nothing's wrong with that role. I think Deshaun Jackson was the wide receiver week 1 while he was healthy. I know that was 1 week, but still. They want him to flourish like Deshaun Jackson did in that one role, and he's the healthy Deshaun Jackson. Give me that all day, man. So 110, man, I took Mr. Jalen Rieger.
Shout out to DJ Avo. Got that Travis Porter going in the background. Brooke can't hear it. She's shitty.
She ain't got no headphones.
It's all good. But yeah, man. Hey, believe it or not, we finally landed on the same player at the 110. I got Mr. Jalen Rieger. Shout out to my guy. Hey, next time we do this, we should probably take shots every time we
a line on one.
Yeah,
we should have. Bro.
So we'll do that next time. We didn't prepare because the next time we do a mock draft, we'll take a shot every time we connect. Cool. But Jalen Rieger, man. So of course he went to the Eagles, first round pick. As far as the Eagles, they're 8th in terms of pass attempts, so the target's going to be there. You got Alshon Jeffrey, who's starting off the season banged up, so he's not going to be out there early on. So of course, right now you're looking at Deshaun and Rieger. Hopefully Deshaun can stay healthy, but I think Rieger has a clear path to even being, heavily involved and peppered with targets, man. Remember that? Being peppered with targets.
Peppered turkey.
I think those opportunities are going to be there, especially for him in the slot. And of course, they like to line Ertz up out wide, and they got Goddard over the middle. If he's, not probable or questionable week 1, coming off that injury. But yeah, man. Do I have any Jalen Rieger shares? I don't know.
You ain't got none?
No, yeah, actually I do. I got one.
I got me some. I think I have a share of damn near every rookie, bro. I was just doing too much, stacking up on picks. All right, so look, let's get to my 111, man. This was the first receiver taken in the draft, and I'm just planting my flag on that situation because they need weapons. And like I said, they went out their way with all the talent on the board and took him as the number 1 receiver in the draft. Mr. Henry Ruggs for your Las Vegas Raiders. Hey, call him what you want to. Speedster, not enough production. They believe in him. They think he's talented, and they're going to start playing him right away. He'll be in their lineup from day 1. So I'm excited to see what Henry Ruggs does and his production. I think he can have a real productive season due to a lot of big plays, man. So at least we'll know what we have right away. Mr. Henry Ruggs.
All right. My 111 is Justin Jefferson to the Vikings. So, of course, I know he's with the Vikings, and they're known to run the ball heavy, but there's no Stephon Diggs. They got Adam Thielen. So, of course, he's their number 1, but hopefully he can stay healthy. So that's something I'm going to be monitoring. But I know people think the Vikings don't throw a lot, but actually, Kirk Cousins' average is 29 pass attempts a game. So there's definitely going to be some targets there. Now, of course, a lot of those are going to go to Dalvin Cook out of the backfield. Then Thielen's going to get his. So I think Jefferson should still see about 7 to 8 targets, or I said 7 to 8, like that's a big jump, but 7 to 10, hopefully. But
29 pass attempts is like,
yeah,
even if you had 70%, bro, it's like 20 completions a game.
You gotta be efficient as fuck, bro. Like for real, you definitely gotta.
Bro. That's still scarce.
Yeah, but I definitely think Jefferson has a chance to get heavily involved. He's gonna be out there day 1 starting, so at least we know that.
Yeah,
so,
he will be.
So I do like that. So for me, the opportunity is gonna be there, and if Thielen can't stay healthy, hopefully he does. I think Justin steps right into that number 1 wide receiver role too. So I just like the opportunity.
Yeah, and I love the opportunity. He's actually my final pick of the first round, man. Justin Jefferson. I love his talent. I just, like I said, sometimes you'll get to see what the guy's doing right away, and I like to just get my value figured out in that moment. I do think Justin Jefferson's the long play, but like you said, man, I'm scared to see what the number 2 in that offense does, because Diggs is one of the most talented receivers in the league, and he just couldn't flourish next to Thielen with Cousins in that run-heavy offense. So, but he's still my 112 because it is dynasty and it's for the long run, because he's talented in a motherfucker.
All right, shout out to 112, by the way.
What's your favorite 112 song?
I don't know, but what came to mind was Peaches and Cream. So
bro, that's the only one.
I'm gonna go with that.
That's the only one, bro. That's the only one.
All right, shout out to Peaches and Cream. But 112, man, give me Henry Ruggs. So first wide receiver off the board. I'm just trusting the draft capital at that point. He went to the Raiders. they seem like they were missing a true number one wide receiver. So I don't expect Derek Carr to really like throw deep balls to Henry Ruggs. I think they're going to kind of, get him going horizontal and a lot of quick passes, screen passes, stuff like that, little dink and dumps, and he takes it 60, 70 yards. So, yeah. So I'm not expecting any long routes out of Ruggs, but he's definitely a playmaker. So that offense should definitely get a spark.
But Carr will throw it deep if you let him, because him and Amari had some couple good years together. If you could think back that far when Amari was, I guess that nigga still is banged up. But yeah, they had a couple good years together, man. And Derek will throw the ball if you get freed up, let him throw you the ball. How about this? Let's swap now. You start the second round off, and I know who your 2-1 is, and it's my 2-1.
All right, bet. You peeking over here or what? You can see my shit?
Nah, if this ain't your 2-1, I'll take a shot.
All right, bet. So what hat do I got on?
That's my 2-1 too.
All right. So look, I mean, Michael Pittman for the Colts. I just love the landing spot. I feel like he's going to be a day one starter. So of course T.Y. is going to be out there. And then of course Paris Campbell in the slot. But of course T.Y. and Paris going to be interchangeable. But he's a prototypical wide receiver, 6'4", 220 out of USC. Early draft pick in the second round, so the draft capital's there. So if you're getting drafted in the first or second round, even third, you have a shot to start or get some early production. So I like the landing spot. Of course, hopefully T.Y. can stay healthy. I know there's some injury concerns.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're going to be monitoring Paris, but we got a big, young, fresh body coming in. So and we just got rid of Funchess, just got rid of Ebron. So we definitely need a big body to step in there. So I'm excited for Pittman.
Hey, you want to know what made me excited?
What?
He's big, young, like you said, right?
Yeah.
As much as Phillip Rivers might not have a real good, promising season or two left with the Colts, you remember what he did Mike Williams' rookie year, bro?
Remind me.
That nigga's gonna get him double-digit touchdowns, bro, which is possible.
Nasty.
Big red zone receiver. It is. Like, yeah, we play a lot of tight end, but we don't have like the Ebron, so he's not a red zone threat. Like Doyle isn't the biggest red zone threat. T.Y. is not a big red zone threat. We run the ball real heavy, but I think Pittman can come in right away and push for double-digit touchdowns, bro.
Yeah,
rookie year, so
he might literally end up to number one rookie wide receiver as far as points, touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say yardage, but definitely touchdowns and
touchdowns matter, bro. Yeah. If he have a weird fluky season, fuck around, get 12 touchdowns, I ain't gonna act like I'm surprised.
All right,
so
that's fire.
So that's my 2-1, and I just want to say, I bet you our 2-2 is the same guy too.
All right, man. So this is a guy that I'm still high on, Mr. T. Higgins, man.
We would have been taking 2 shots back to back, heads up.
Yeah, but wide receiver out of Clemson. So of course he landed with the Bengals. Of course he just landed their franchise QB and Joe Burrow. So that connection is going to be there for a while.
Yeah.
Of course, AJ Green, he's on his last year with him, unless they resign him, bring him back, or extend him. So we'll see how that pans out. But they got Tyler Boyd. I think John Ross is on his way out of there too.
CJ Usama.
Okay. I can't spell that. Shout out to him. But, yeah, I mean, clear path. This offense is going to be – the core is going to be Burrow, Mixon, Boyd, and Higgins. So Higgins, he's a playmaker. He goes up and gets the ball. So he's really AJ Green 2.0, just younger and healthier. So
echo everything you said. And they had Higgins. Do you think he has the chance to sneak in and get some red zone shit, or you think that's just his big shit's just coming after this year?
What do you mean? Like, is he gonna be a red zone target or presence this year?
Yeah, like imagine like not having Boyd, take Boyd out in the red zone and having Higgins and AJ out there, 2 6'4" type receivers, big bodies that can gather their own space for the catch. Like, can you see them coming in getting some touchdowns this season?
Yeah, they actually got him listed as the number 3 receiver right now. So they got AJ Green, Boyd, and Higgins. So it looks like
Ross just out of here.
They got him as the odd man out right now, but we'll see. We'll see how the preseason goes and early season. But I like it, man. They're definitely gonna be throwing in Cincinnati, so it's gonna be there.
All right, I'm gonna just echo your 2-1 and your 2-2, and now we can just move to the 2-3.
All right, so for the 2-3, this is where I'm trusting the draft capital. So Brandon Ayuk, and I had him here around this range even before the Devo stuff. This is just me, second round. Why not take a shot on someone who got drafted with the first round, draft capital? So there's opportunity there in San Francisco, even though he's tied to Jimmy G. Of course, we all know their true number one wide receiver is George Kittle.
Georgie.
But
Georgie.
Devo just went down, so it's definitely an opportunity for Brandon. So
True that. I actually like that, man. But I went back to importance of position, and I don't want to leave this guy out because I do think they drafted him to give him a chance to be the franchise quarterback.
okay.
So I'm gonna go with Mr. Justin Herbert. Number 5 pick. Is the 5th pick in the draft, right?
I believe so.
Pretty sure it's the 5th pick.
I want to say 6, but he might be 5th.
6. Oh man. Nah, he was 6. He was 6.
6.
Went 5. Okay.
Shout out to Sleeper app.
I know. Shout out. We had a bet on that. I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah.
Who was going 5, who was going 6. Man, look, I'm not going to act like I'm excited right away because from all the sounds, it sounds like Tyrod Taylor's going to start. They're going to go with the veteran, let Justin sit back and learn, which is weird to me. Like, I feel like he's learning from a quarterback that you shouldn't really want your quarterback to learn from.
Yeah.
I guess I get Tyrod's not a sloppy, turnover-prone player, but, like, he's not the style of quarterback you want Justin to sit behind and learn from. But I guess I get it. Let him sit back and learn. He actually has some good veteran pieces, man. I just hope that those pieces are still around when he finally gets his chance to step up, because if not, he might be fucked. But, you let him start midseason. He still has a veteran in Keenan Allen. He still has Mike Williams. They re-signed Hunter Henry. That can be a safety blanket. He has Austin Eckler out the backfield. So I do like his weapons if he does get the transition into the starter in the middle of the season or even next year, man. They got some of them intact. But I just wanted to get back to the importance of position. And I think Justin Herbert is important right here because, I like these guys coming up, but I don't really know like where they stand with their team.
I do see some similarities with Herbert learning from Tyrod Taylor. Because Tyrod, he runs the ball, so he's good for that. And, of course, he throws too. So I don't think it's a bad understudy with Tyrod there, but it's definitely going to be Herbert's job, maybe midway or come week 9, week 10. All right, I want to shock you guys with the 204, man. I'm just going with a prospect here, and Chase Claypool for me at the 204. He had a crazy combine, so wide receiver out of Notre Dame, 6'4", 238, landed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you like Juju Smith-Schuster, to me, he's a bigger, stronger, faster, prospect version of that. So I'm not saying he's Juju, but he can be the bigger, stronger, faster version of that. So he's going to be on the field, man. I mean, he run blocks, so he has that, and he definitely got a block to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers at the wide receiver position. So, why not take a shot on a guy that, has the metrics like a Calvin Johnson and, that can run. He ran a 4.4, so he actually ran the fastest 40 at the combine amongst the current Steelers wide receivers on the roster. So that speaks volume. He's bigger, stronger, and even if they leverage him as a move tight end or in the slot or even on the outside, I just feel like they can do a lot with him. So when you get into the second round, why not take a shot on guys that you like?
I like that. And you were actually the first person to get me hit to Chase. So shout out to you playing your flag and make sure you mention him because you do got to go get your guys. And I'm going to talk about a guy that I'm actually starting to get more interested in because you planted your flag on Singletary. He's one of your guys, and I love Singletary.
Okay.
And I think he has his solidified spot. But I really like Zach Moss, man. I like the landing spot, and I like what they're trying to do in Buffalo. They have a very good defense. I do think they're going to run the ball. They're going to be able to use Singletary out the backfield as a good pass catcher. He'll be firing PPR, and he can run the ball. But when it's pound and grind time because the defense is winning you your games, I do think that's where Zach Moss is going to be able to step up and have his solidified road. And I really think he's going to turn into that goal line back, right? you're going to have him and Josh Allen competing for goal line shit. But I really like Zach Moss, man, and like I said, important to the position, being able to see what you have right away, because I think he's going to come in and push for the committee situation right away day one. So
Yeah.
I took some Mr. Zach Moss right there.
All right, I respect it. For me, the 205, this is me just trusting the draft capital again. So Justin Herbert, quarterback, so first round draft picks. So yeah, he has a shot to be a franchise QB for the LA Chargers. So given it's the middle of the second round, why not take a shot on a potential future QB? So
All right.
Yeah, so you're on the 205 now. Make sure I didn't jump the gun.
Oh, no.
So yeah,
Yeah.
who's
So
your 205?
I had Mr. Brandon Ayuk right here.
Okay.
Man. Like you said, man, draft capital. And you kind of just want to trust. We all get excited about some of these coaches because we call them offensive geniuses and shit. And you kind of just want to trust a guy when they go pick a player, even though they don't really technically need a receiver. Because Debo was, ready to be a breakout, and they had Hurd coming back, and like you said, Bourne, but they went and handpicked Brandon Ayuk, man, and you want to get guys that Kyle Shanahan had been like, hey, I want this guy in the first round. So give me a guy that I think is very talented, and I think he's going to be schemed well to play, and I think he has the ability to shoot for some starting time now, especially with the Debo injury. So yeah, give me some Brandon Ayuk, bro.
All right, for me, my favorite running back, at least as it relates to getting into the second round of these rookie mock drafts, I'm planting my flag, man. AJ Dillon. So he landed with the Green Bay Packers. They were 7th in rushing TDs. So of course he's tied to Aaron Rodgers right now. They run, a lot of spread and a lot of inside zones. So you got Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams there in contract year. So I think drafting AJ Dillon, you're definitely going to see, what you're getting out of him. He's going to be on the field because they got to figure out if they're going to extend Jones or extend Williams. So he's going to be out there, especially on the goal line. Think back to like last season when Devontae Adams was hurt. They looked lost on the goal line. So I think this kind of helps them, push over that goal line. He's built like, Derrick Henry, 6 foot 247. He runs a 4.5. So he's definitely going to be moving the pile.
Big nigga.
I don't know if he's going to hit the hole as quick as Aaron Jones because, Aaron Rodgers hands it off to him. He just gets up there.
Bro. He ain't got that kind of burst.
But he's definitely going to be moving the pile. So I expect him to get some goal line work, some short yardage work. But he might even be the future, man. So we'll see. So
I like that pick. Look, it's gonna sound gross when I say it. I took a guy in Adam Gates' offense. But look, 6'4", fast as hell. Rookie Robbie Anderson. Just talking my shit, but I think he has the chance to come in and fight for. I don't, as much as Jamison Crowder gets involved, man, I don't want to just say he's the number one receiver. I think he's the most heavily involved because Darnold loved throwing into the slot last year, but Mims can come in as a solid big athlete and try to push for that outside receiver because the only thing he's playing against is Perriman. Perriman had a good few games at the end of the season when Evans and Godwin weren't playing, but he hasn't proved himself in the NFL. So Mims can come in right away, give him some playing time, and I'm interested to see, man, because they drafted him when they needed pieces on their whole team too. So we'll see what Mr. Denzel Mims does, but I did jump on him right there.
All right. We are at the 207. My 207 is a wide receiver, Laviska Shenault Jr., wide receiver out of Colorado. Big body, 6'1", 227. So he has a chance to step into a number 2 role. Of course, they got DJ Chark. They also got D.D. Rushbrook, but, why not get this guy on the field early on and he can be leveraging the Wildcat, and especially he plays like a running back at the wide receiver position. So my only concern with him is injury, though. So that's something to be mindful of. You got to be, just watch that. Hopefully he can stay healthy, but he's given a talent, especially in the middle of the second round, trending towards the end of that round.
Yeah.
Why not take a shot on the guy that went early in the second round of the real NFL draft? So,
Whew. All right, so I know you're not gonna like this because I took him ahead of. I don't know when you're gonna put him. So clearly, I took him ahead of AJ Dillon so far. But man, the price on this guy is raising, man. I don't know. Raisin canes, chicken tenders. I don't know if this price is rising because oh damn, bro, I'm on. Shout out Jets Beats on some Jets. I don't know if his price is rising because he ended up in Tampa Bay and everybody's so excited about this Bruce Arians offense, and they went and took Keyshawn Vaughn. Hey, this stat, this is a fact that Vic's been throwing to me, man, while he's been pushing this Rojo thing. Did you know Keyshawn Vaughn is already older than Rojo? And I'm like, I don't care, but nah, all jokes aside, his price is starting to get too high for me. I've been seeing him going first rounds of rookie drafts, and I'm afraid what the hell he's going to be going at in redrafts. So, but at this point, I think you're trying to take your shot on guys that you know are going to have some opportunity, get some good playing time. And like I said, it's good to know in these rookie drafts and in their first year what kind of value or return you have on your player right away. And I think you're going to be able to get that from Keyshawn Vaughn like week 1 in the NFL season. So not going to act like I'm the biggest fan of Keyshawn, but you know, you get to the point where you're getting towards dart throws anyway. And like I said, I like finding out what my return is on people. So Keyshawn Vaughn.
all right, for me at the 208, Brian Edwards, wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders. He's a first round talent, believe it or not, but he slipped because he had a foot injury. So guys like this usually come into the league with a chip on their shoulder, something to prove since he was a third round draft pick. He can beat press coverage. He has the ball skills in terms of catching the football and making plays. So prototypical 6'3", 212 from that sneaky South Carolina.
Shout out to my bro Ivo.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him a sneaky wide receiver factory, man, because Alshon and Debo and Brian Edwards. So I mean, receivers do come out of there, but why not take a shot on a guy? Again, I think he's gonna come into the league with a chip on his shoulder, and I know everyone's big on Ruggs, but I think you got to watch out for Brian Edwards because he's gonna be taking on some of those targets, especially if they don't extend Tyrell Williams. I think he has 2 years left on his contract. So
I agree. Fuck it, man. I took Mr. Antonio Gibson, bro. I think I had to do my little research on him a little bit more when we were talking about him in the Empire draft, and we're talking about guys either get at the back end or maybe pick up soon as the rookie draft is over. It's only 2 rounds there, 10-team league, but I feel like this is a guy where you'll be able to figure out what the hell their situation is. They got rid of Chris Thompson. They re-signed Adrian Peterson. I don't know if they did that just for pure depth or just because they wanted to help this man keep getting a check. But as much as I like Geis, man, and his talent, and he's still young at 23, the injury after injury, same, lower body injuries, knees, ankle, just too much. They took a guy that's multi-talented, man, catch out the backfield. He's on the bigger side, shifty, quick. I feel like he's going to be able to start getting some runs soon, man. Especially if Geis goes down again, man, there's no way Adrian Peterson is just going to get around for the rest of the year because I don't think this team is going to be in the running to be trying to win games and go to the playoffs. So they're going to start figuring out what Antonio Gibson can do for them here on out. I think this is a make or break year for a lot of those guys, the receivers, the running backs. They got to start figuring out Haskins, and I think Gibson is one of those guys that he'll be able to start playing, man. They need running back help clearly all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a sneak peek. He didn't make my top 24, but he's definitely a guy that's versatile. I mean, he can play in the slot. He's basically a wide receiver in the running back's body, so they definitely can use his skill set all over the field. So that was a nice pick, especially since Chris Thompson's no longer there.
Yeah.
If a wide receiver goes down, you can plug him in the slot. If a running back goes down, he's in the backfield. So that's a hell of a pick, actually.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, my pick at the 209, Darrington Evans, running back for the Tennessee Titans. So for me, he has a clear path, especially to get on the field. Derrick Henry, he got franchise tag last season. So, this is, of course, it's not a proven year. We already know what he can do, but I think Evans gonna be on the field because they definitely got to figure out what they want this future to look like in the backfield. So Titans are third in rushing yards. They're second in rushing TD. So I think Evans definitely gonna have a chance. And why not get Derrick Henry's handcuff?
True that. Ideal situation, man. We talk about landing in spots that's run heavy. Can't ask for a better spot. I don't care how talented the running back is. They go to a spot that's run heavy, you're gonna love it. All right, so I actually have a running back right here, and you already spoke about this guy, so I'll just echo some AJ Dillon talk. I do think as of now he will get some run this year. I agree with that, and I think he's more of the Jamal Williams replacement. I wouldn't be shocked if Jamal Williams ends up being the one phased out this year, and it turns into the Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon show while they're still trying to figure out if they need to re-sign Aaron, because I do think he fits everything they're doing. But for them to go quarterback, running back with their first couple of picks, man, just shows that maybe they're trying to transition off all the way around with their players. Let the new regime of coaches get their guys, and they do, man. I kind of, I respect the organization, man. They're always in win mode and they're always in progression mode. So I like AJ Dillon, man, and I love to see what he can do. And I think you'll be able to figure that out this year. R.I.P. Jamal.
That was subtle. All right, we got 3 picks left each. So yeah, with the 210, give me Keyshawn Vaughn. So running back out of Vanderbilt that landed with the Tampa Bay. That's what people been calling them. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's kind of hard, bro. I thought you messed up.
Yeah,
I realized that's a thing. That's a thing.
It's a thing.
Kind of hard.
Yeah, but I mean, people are gonna be a little disappointed though. This is definitely gonna be Rojo's backfield. I definitely think he's gonna get the early work. Nah, I mean, think about it. I know these past couple seasons we've been hyping up Rojo. I think this is the year it actually comes to fruition. So, but I will say this: Tampa Bay definitely gonna be throwing a lot. Rojo better step up his pass protection because otherwise Keyshawn will be out there a lot, eating into those early downs. So that's the opportunity. So I see Keyshawn stepping into a third down type role, but I just say he won't, get some carries here and there. But man, like you mentioned earlier, man, Rojo's younger and he's going into his third season. So give me the younger guy who's going to his third season. So he's starting to figure out the NFL, whereas you got Vaughn coming in. But given they got rid of Peyton Barber, so I do think it's a clearer path to this backfield if he does take over. So why not at the 210?
True. All right. I wasn't that happy about these next 2 picks. My last pick I like better than these next 2 picks, but ideally in a real draft, I would take these 2 and just not be happy about it. I would, bro. I know that sounds real stupid, but I swear I would. Look, I preach the importance of quarterbacks in superflex leagues. They're hard to come by. So I'm going to take these 2. I'm not happy about it. And then I had to pick which one I like more. Look, give me the guy that could be sitting behind one of the best quarterbacks ever in Aaron Rodgers. Okay. And could transition, possibly learn from him for a year, learn how to be a winner, learn how to be a professional quarterback in the NFL, and then possibly be his replacement in a year, maybe 2, and just have the team at your hands, man. And like I said, it's an organization that I enjoy. I just spoke that when I spoke about AJ Dillon. They took him in the first round. They didn't need to. So that speaks volumes of what they think he can be. So give me some Jordan Love, man. And, that team, they mold quarterbacks. So give me some Jordan Love right here, man, before we get out the second round.
Yeah, Jordan Love didn't make my list, but I'm not mad at that pick because they took him in the first round. And, I mean, history shows Green Bay do take their franchise quarterback in the first round, even though it wasn't early. But, their last QB before Aaron Rodgers was Brett Favre. So Aaron Rodgers been around for a while. So I like the situation, man. And plus, Matt LaFleur wants to run the ball. So, yeah.
Jordan can run.
Yeah, that too. All right. My 211 is Mr. Zach Moss. So Buffalo Bills running back. So he landed on the team that's 6th in rushing attempts and 8th in rushing yards. But the reason why he's this late for me is because he's actually the 3rd rusher, in my opinion, in terms of priority. Because you got Devin Singletary. Of course, he gets a lot of passing down work. But Josh Allen runs a lot, and he's going to get into those rushing attempts too. So I see Zach Moss stepping into the Frank Gore role, the short yardage work, the goal line work. So we'll just have to see what that volume looks like. And
That role was valuable last year. Frank Gore just didn't look that good.
yeah, you think time is catching up to him?
Man, this nigga got another damn job, so I don't
Yeah.
know. He keep getting jobs, bro. This nigga ain't gonna ever lead in. Who leaving first? Adrian Peterson or Frank Gore?
Never, man. It's just like
Neither one. They lifers. Life.
it's just like him and
Damn.
Drew Brees and Tom Brady the
Tom Brady.
same. They ain't gonna let it go. So
But they still look at the top of their game, bro. That's different.
yeah. But we'll see. I got Zach Moss at the 211. So yeah.
All right, I fuck with it. Vic, no, I'm not happy about this one. But I still jumped him, man. And I think some of the conversations, as much as I talk importance of quarterback, I don't want to miss out on this, and especially having the conversations with Vic and then having, real conversations with myself as a Carson Wentz owner in many leagues for a few years now. I guess it is valuable to take the Carson Wentz backup, especially if they handpicked them in the second round when they're in position where they can go get anything they want to. They're already a solid team. To go get a real good piece to add on to a playoff team would have been smart, but they invested in Jalen Hurts. And as much as I keep telling you, I don't think he's an NFL quarterback like that. Some GMs force their hand and try things that, maybe I don't see. So in the Superflex League, give me a guy that went to an organization, like I keep speaking, an organization that when they plant their flags on guys, man, they usually just play them, see what they got. And if anything happens with Carson, man, you could figure out what Jalen Hurts is right away. So I took Jalen Hurts, man, with my second to last pick, bro.
All right. My very last pick, the 212. Give me the third receiving option, maybe even fourth receiving option in the New York Jets offense, Denzel Mims. So I like the prospect. I like the talent. I just hate. I'm not gonna say hate. That's a strong word, especially during this climate we're in. So I'm gonna say strongly dislike the landing spot with Denzel Mims going to the Jets. Plus he's tied to Adam Gase. If he's stepping into a role where he's replacing Robbie, I mean, think about we have so many up and downs with Robbie in that offense. So is that just going to be a rinse and repeat? And to me, the number one receiver in that offense is Jamison Crowder. So he had over 120 targets last season. Then you got Le'Veon Bell. He got 78 targets last season. So, and then of course we got Chris Herndon coming back. And we saw what Ryan Griffin did last season, working with Sam Darnold. So, how many targets can we really expect Denzel Mims to get in his offense when you already got Crowder and Bell and then the tight end? So I would say just be mindful of the Denzel Mims, but I definitely love the talent, love the prospect.
Draft capital.
Yeah, the draft capital. So why not at the 212?
Yeah, I just want to let you know, pivoted a little bit, and my last pick is shout out to my nigga Dynasty Bro Vic, Chief Sosa.
FF, bro. Got the
Chief
FF.
Sosa FF. This is how I'm doing on my last pick. I'm taking Mr. Laviska Shenault.
Okay.
Let me tell you why I'm taking Laviska Shenault.
Tell me why.
Gardner Minshew. That nigga fire.
He is.
Bro, after I seen his first game, I posted a picture on Instagram of him with his plain clothes on, bro.
Yeah.
That nigga look like an important ass white dude, bro. So I like it.
I fuck with it, man. I've been preaching on Twitter, man. Gardner's gonna crack the top 12 as far as QB and PPR. So
We'll see, man. It's possible he has running chops, but I know we getting he got Austin power swag, but besides that, Laviska Shenault is a real talented prospect, real talented receiver, very productive, and can be used in many ways as a receiver.
Yeah.
But like you said, man, so damn injury prone, bro. But I always preach this, man, for anybody that's scared of injury players. A nigga's only injured until he's not injured, or he's injury prone until he's not injury prone. So, you don't know what kind of workout plan and coaching that they can have him on and actually get his body right, man, instead of being that 19, 20-year-old kid in college, go get a real grown man, schedule
and meals and
bro.
Not that drive-through shit. So
so
diet too. So
so like I really like his talent, and I kind of like his situation, man. So he can walk right in. man, that Didi hype died quick than a bitch, bro.
Yeah. Hey, I know I preach Gardner being top 12, but let me just talk about that a little bit because he got Laviska, he got Shark, who's going to be a deep threat player, and talking about moving him around in the slot everywhere. And you still got Didi, and you got Fournette. So
I've seen Fournette catch hella passes last year.
yeah, and our coach is going to put up points. Deshaun down in Houston going to put up points, and we already know the Titans are going to put up points. So Minshew's always going to be in a situation where he's going to have to throw. They're going to have to at least put up 2 touchdowns a game and through the air at least.
The
So
defense is getting worse and worse. So
yeah. So
no, that whole run with Fournette shit is out the window. They can't stand a game like that.
So I just see opportunity, man. So shout out to Laviska Shenault, shout out to Shark, shout out to Minshew. I'm actually excited to watch this Jacksonville offense.
So it's gonna be cool.
All right, man. That's all the players. You got a flyer or a sleeper? Any players? One or two?
All right. So one of the guys that you had on yours that I didn't have on mine is Chase Claypool, and the only reason I didn't have him on mine is because I do like Deontay this year, and I am a big fan of Juju, and I don't think James Washington just gets weaved all the way out. So I do think they have 3 talented receivers. I think they brought Ebron in to be an athletic tight end to help that offense, be able to move and flourish. So
yeah.
He'll have to find his role, but like you said, bro, with all his prospects as far as size and speed, man, if they actually come in and use them in a system that loves to throw the ball, I think that's all you can ask for in a prospect and landing spot. So, Chase, somebody you didn't name. You go ahead and name one, bro.
All right, I was hoping you didn't take my guy. This is a guy I've been trying to get everywhere, Lynn Bowden Jr. To me, he's going to be the handcuff to Josh Jacobs. So Josh Jacobs is supposed to have a breakout season, so why not get his handcuff? He does it all. He's an athlete. He's a football player. He played quarterback, running back, and wide receiver. So 5'11", 204 with the Vegas Raiders. They can leverage him in so many ways, whether it's the slot or in the backfield. So he's going to be starting off as a running back, but he's a guy that also can line up at wide receiver.
All right, and I'll name one more. Chase Edwards is clearly probably the backup for the work he did when David Johnson was down. But if everybody's so excited about this Arizona offense, and yeah, we're waiting on Kenyon Drake to get paid, but say he doesn't. Say he goes out here and he doesn't flourish like he did after he got traded. They drafted a real good running back in Eno Benjamin, and I know they drafted him very late, rounds where you don't even want to have that guy on your team. But Eno Benjamin was one of the guys at the combine. I was like, he looked decent, bro.
Okay.
And he has that pass catching skill, and he can run in between the tackles, man. He can be a big bruiser. So I know that's not the ideal kind of runner that you want in Arizona, but just the chance of being in that offense, bro. I would want a piece of that. Him and McFarland, bro. Everybody wants a piece in the Pittsburgh offense as a running back because of how they utilized every running back they had year by year, whether they were healthy or not. So, yeah, those 2 guys, just because their offense excites me.
I'm just going to name 2 receivers. I'm not going to go into them, but definitely add them to your watch list or even pick them up if you can. So Antonio Gandy Golden with the Skins.
Who?
With the Skins. They need to change that name. But
Rick.
He's projected right now as the number 3 wide receiver next to Terry McLaurin and Steve Sims Jr. So that's a big body wide receiver. And then also with the LA Chargers, KJ Hill. That's another guy I've just been stashing everywhere too. So Ohio State's all-time reception leader, and all these great wide receivers come out of that school. So that speaks volume.
So now we're back on video. We can't say Redskins.
I say Skins.
That's what you're supposed to say, Dad.
What?
The football team from Washington.
Yeah.
Can we say nigga?
Yeah.
If you want to, it's your choice.
White people can't say that, though.
Nope.
I know y'all been our allies lately. We appreciate that, but yeah, y'all still can't say niggas. So
what's all the words we can't use? We
can say whatever we want. I'm choosing not to say.
Can we say Indians?
If that's what you so choose. I can't argue with that. We live in Indiana.
Native.
I can't argue with Indians. We live in Indiana. But we stay in the city of Indianapolis. I'm not even going to argue with none of that.
Can we say Karen. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get up out of here, man.
Hey, I
Shout out to the Karen.
ain't gonna lie, bro. Earlier on in the episode, Avo was talking a lot. I don't know if he feeling good because the video up and he ain't in it.
Yeah.
This nigga was
It
talking
feels,
a whole
it feels
lot.
great not being on video.
All right, while your ass is talking, say something good to the people, bro, so we can get into this closing.
We getting out of here already?
What you want
Yeah,
to
I
do,
mean,
nigga?
it's been
I had a
over an hour.
question. I had a question.
Go ahead. What's your question?
I think you mentioned a player from the Lions that you said you wouldn't pick up because he's going to the Lions.
DeAndre
Swift.
They got new ownership. Does that change how you feel at all?
Swift.
It's not really new ownership
Yeah.
from what I'm reading, but I just figured out that.
Basically, I was talking about my preference of a landing spot. So
Okay.
I still want him as a player, but I'm not targeting him early.
Gotcha.
So, I
I'm
think
trying
he-
to convince him that offense is gonna be fired, player by
They
player.
might get capped.
We'll see. But he definitely. What I do like about the landing spot, though, he has a chance to turn it around. Meaning they rank towards the bottom with rushing yards and
Right.
TDs. So the opportunity is there for him to, turn it around for him. So
You ain't saying he Barry Sanders.
All I'm saying is, I be wanting people to remember this when they say they don't like running backs in Detroit. Theo Riddick didn't run the ball at all, and he was James White before he was James White with Tom Brady in PPR. So if he can go out there, catch 60, 70 passes, Swift can run and catch. So give me that guy with the healthy pieces. Stafford got to be healthy. Galladay, Jones, all of that. Hockenson,
that's true.
everything.
It opens up the backfield.
Yeah.
All
so
those pass catchers. So opportunities there. I like it. I definitely got some Swift, so I'm not gonna miss out.
Got you. I got you.
all right, now say something good to the people, bro.
Well, people, stay up, stay smiling. Contact your family if you ain't spoke to somebody in a while. Make sure to just call and say hi. Had some sad news this morning.
Damn.
So just if you ain't spoke to anybody in a while, family members, aunties, uncles, your grandma, grandpa, just reach out, say hello. Just tell them you love them. You never know when the last chance you might get to.
If it's too sad, I'm gonna hit this nigga.
It ain't that sad. It ain't that sad. It be like that. Life happens.
Yeah.
I'll tell y'all afterwards. People don't need to know.
Yeah.
We don't know who listening. We don't trust you. You know who you are.
You know who you are. Remember that off King of the Hill? I know who I am, but I know who you are. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Nigga.
We're not-
that's
Dale.
gonna irk me.
Damn.
You are talking about Dale.
Yeah. Shout
You
to
are
him.
talking about Dale.
All right. I'm gonna say something good. Be sure to subscribe, follow the podcast everywhere, Dynasty Bros FF. Leave some reviews. We definitely want to, get you guys feedback. That helps us out a lot. So we getting back into the groove of things. So I'm glad to be here. But my good word to the people is be sure to communicate openly and effectively with your family and friends. It's just good to just always operate that way. That way there's at least little room for misconceptions and assumptions. So yeah, that's communication is something we can take for granted. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So let's just make sure we're doing our part to make sure we're communicating effectively, whether it's when something's bothering you or not bothering you. Don't be afraid to voice how you feel. So it's just healthy for the mental. So I was fucking up, then I kind of recovered and actually said something.
I requested this instrumental, and I feel like it has nothing to do with my say something good to the people. Matter of fact, I feel like it distracts my say something good to the people. So I'm going to pivot on my say something good to the people since it ain't going to flow. Love on your loved ones while you can. How about that? That was awesome. That's really it. Love on your loved ones while you can, and be fucking safe. The second wave is going to hit eventually. So shit is opening up all the way. I know we were saying that shit a couple weeks ago. Shit is really opening all the way up. Don't have your ass everywhere, please. Love yourself enough to stay your ass at home. Love your friends and family enough to stay away from them niggas unless you record a fire-ass fantasy football podcast and you gotta link up. Shout out to my niggas. But yeah, man, love on your loved ones and be safe throughout everything that's going on. And even though we back recording fantasy football, don't forget everything that's going on right now. Bigger purpose too.
Yeah, and shout out to all the dads coming out Father's Day. So shout out to Avo and Dot.
Gang.
And all the dads in the world and the father figures out there. So it's definitely important. So yeah, we're coming off that. Definitely want to acknowledge that. So
Like I said, video up. We going up. Merch on the way. Not these basic shirts no more. We're gonna fuck around and throw these out to people while I'm driving, nigga. New merch on the way, new logos, all of that. Shout out to the Scott Fishbowl, Jenga. That's our division. We taking over that shit. We about to draft Kelsey and Kittle.
Maybe. We'll see.
Can't tell me.
Hey, we out. Dynasty Bros FF.
Hey,
Hold up.
hey,
Hold up. There's one. We're gonna leave him with a little something. AJ dropped a little nice tracky track.
Yeah, we do got a scout report. Tell
We
me
got a little scout report. I got it loaded up. I'm ready for a change.
Okay, we got a flag on the
I
play.
ain't never ready.
We got a flag on the play. It goes to Dynasty Bro Vic and Dynasty Bro Doc.
Okay. I thought it was just
Nah, bro. I ain't selfish.
My bad. Like me. Okay.
My nigga, bro. Hey, we do got a scout report. Shout out to our brother, man, Alfred Nomad, aka A Jizzle, aka AJ, aka Alfred, without the Nomad.
Like
Without
Batman,
the
right?
nomad.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well,
Whoa,
Alfred
whoa,
was
whoa.
The
Whoa,
butler,
he was
bro.
the butler. Be
Oh
cool,
my
bro.
God,
Be cool,
bro.
bro. Be cool.
Hey man,
Well,
play,
our
Come
Alfred's
on
cooler.
now, dog.
play some Jizzle before
Come
this nigga
on,
call our bro
man.
a butler again.
Our nigga cooler though.
Ask who the realest, then it ain't you. Should've been a plumber, all the shit I made it through. I got a couple homies I know could've made it too. I don't act self-righteous, I know I'm the same as you. Pressures of the world have me plotting on suicide. Don't wanna look weak to my girl, so I don't confide. And really let her see all the pain I feel inside. Instead I duck and hide. What kind of man am I? Until you make it, till you make it. But what's the point of that? You say you're changing the game, but where's the coin for that? You talking murder like it's cool, but ain't no coming back. We're already a target for being young and black. I hit up Carl and Greg, like get the camera. I got some new heat I wanna drop. And when I hit the stage that night, bet I nail it without the hammer. And that was just a good Thursday up in Atlanta. I wonder what's next for me. If I didn't have it yet, it wasn't best for me. I hear I love you, Jay, cause you tell the best stories. Take me to another place and yet still floor me. But I just wanna fly away. Fly away, fly away, fly away. I just wanna fly away, fly away. I just wanna fly away, fly away, fly away. And you don't stop. 1, 2, y'all, and you don't stop. The love crew, y'all, and you don't stop. It's AJ and Jimmy Jones.
Said I was brought up through the rocky trenches, and I done seen some things I ain't impressed. And I got homies with some bad intentions. I hope and pray to change the way you think. Could you speak positive to your lost brother? Or would you kick him down just to tell another? If your son got killed, would you let him die? Or raise your voice and tell the youngest, keep the hope alive? Now fly your high to the highest top. And bless the ground you had to fight.
That shit was fire.
Hey, that's a whole vibe. Hey, look, shout out to our brother Alfred Nomad. Hey, that nigga at the end was Jimmy. That's my nigga. Hey,
That's the
Jimmy
homie.
got like the coolest voice ever. He get on your shit sounding like how does it feel? What's that nigga name?
Oh, Brooke, what's that nigga name? Come on. How does it feel? Bruh.
D'Angelo.
got
D'Angelo. Hey.
She a 112 fan. That's what she is.
Nasty. Is that the same dude that sing Peaches and Cream? That ain't him.
Brown Sugar. That song, actually, I'm gonna vibe out to that. Brown Sugar.
We setting up whole vibes in here. Setting up whole vibes. Y'all
Oh.
make sure y'all get that. It's called Fly Away.
Do you have me an AJ song to that D'Angelo sample? You probably don't
I didn't
have
know
it.
y'all
Okay,
rap
we
to that
gonna leave.
D'Angelo sample.
All right, we're gonna leave.
Come
then.
on, man. It's rough out here
Yeah,
being a
we did that
DJ.
years ago. Hey, on behalf of Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, thank you for listening. Like I said, we're going up. Stay tuned. Bigger and better things. Hey, one more time. If you have any questions, suggestions, or anything, where can they ask us at, Vic?
Questions at Dynasty Bros FF, but really, social media, Twitter, Instagram,
Mhm.
messages,
Hit us up
inboxes, anywhere, man. So we got y'all.
Negative, positive, let us know. If we
Ladies
suck.
and gents.
Tell us.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Brody's and Bass.
Everybody, everything.
Yeah.
And thank you for everybody who watched live tonight, man.
Yeah.
And for them 3 likes that we got. I'm looking at them. We
Fox,
joking.
we appreciate it. Hey, we want to start a mailbag too, so think about that. Bring your questions. So yeah, we want to bring it live. So that's that, man. We rusty, but we getting back into it. It's all good. We getting back in shape. We're gonna be straight.
We in C team form right now. We'll be back in B team form
And
next
shout out
week.
to the B team. Yeah. I like that. All right, we out, man. I'm
Hey,
doing this shit.
Hey, Avo.
What's good?
Lo, let him lead us out.
Oh yeah, walk us out.
Hey man, y'all stay
I
good.
feel like you're supposed to put
Yeah.
your head in front
Yeah.
of the camera when you walk us out, bro.
Let them see.
That should be a thing, bro.
All right,
Every
Avo
week.
about to.
Come on, bro. I
Turn-
slide.
Y'all stay good. Y'all stay out. We gone. Cut this shit off, Vic. We done. I gotta go home. I gotta feed this baby. I'm gone. We out.